I was so thinking Matt Adams might line one to the outfield the way things have been going. Cubs get it done.
Man, that's how you do it.
That is how you end a losing streak, when your ace closer picks a guy up who just made an error. And they scored that an error on Contreras. That's ridiculous. That has got to be an error on Anthony Rizzo.
That was hat high. Whenever he does that, he always throws it hard. But that was right there. That's on Rizzo.
Correct.
100%.
And Rizzo's going to say to him,
yeah,
dude, that's on me.
Yeah.
All right, Cubs get it done. They win tonight. Look, there's a lot of stars we could, pick up here. Wade Davis comes in and gets it done in a tough situation in the ninth. Wilson Contreras hits 2 home runs and back picks and gets Dexter Fowler with 2 men on, and Hector Rondon at a 2-0 hole. But Eddie Butler, phenomenal.
That guy was awesome today. That's how you step up. That's how you make your first impression in the big leagues with the Cubs organization, and that's how you dominate a good lineup that's been playing really good baseball.
All right. We will take you through all of it. We will be right back. Cubs get it done. It got a little nerve-wracking at the end. Cubs beat the Cardinals. We'll be right back on our Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs postgame live.
Hi, can you help us with a Tough Shed storage building?
Would you like something like this?
That's perfect.
Cool. Do you guys sell Tough Shed garages too?
We sure do, and I can help.
Great, thanks.
Legendary Tough Shed quality plus the convenience of the Home Depot. Right now, get 10% off the base price on Sundance Series sheds and garages, plus no interest if paid in full within 12 months on Tough Shed purchases of $2,499 or more.
Who needs a cell phone when everybody you want to talk to is already here? Well, okay, they do come in handy at times.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you.
I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede, love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is this suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
This June, the U.S. Open Championship will be played in the state of Wisconsin for the first time ever at Erin Hills. Don't miss your opportunity to see the world's greatest players compete on the game's grandest stage in golf's ultimate test, as they vie for the coveted U.S. Open trophy. Limited tickets available only while they last. Visit usopen.com today.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Toyota. The Toyota Time Sales Event ends May 31st. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. And by State Farm, here to help life go right. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Swing and a miss. Cubs win. Cubs win as they hang on 3-2. Eddie.
Well, Cubs get it done. It got a little tense at the end. 3-6-1 is just a little bit better than 2-5-1. Cubs back over 500, and they snap the Cardinals' win streak. Cubs win it 3-2. Hello, welcome into Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. He's David DeJesus. I'm David Kaplan. Wilson Contreras was magnificent tonight, and they gave him that error at the end, and that's got to get changed. but 2 home runs and the big pickoff of Dexter Fowler.
Yeah, he was locked in at the plate today. He was hitting it where they were pitching it. He went opposite field on the first one. It was a good pitch on the corner of the plate. Then he took it down the middle, shot it out to center field. So he's locked in, and it's great to see a guy not trying to do too much, taking the pitches and driving them. And then that back pick was unbelievable. Biggest situation in the game, 2-0 count, being able to pick off Dexter Fowler, a guy that has seen that
and
all
it wasn't
year
even
last
close.
year. Yeah, he just dove back just to get in there.
Were you ever in that situation? You're like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, yeah. It's not good. You're taking 2 or 3 steps, and you see the fielder catching it, and you're like, you just slide into him and just hold your head down like, oh, my God.
Got me.
Got me.
All right. Let's take a look at the 9th inning, because the 9th inning had some drama. Okay, Colton Wong is going to reach on a drop third strike. And then the throw down to first goes off Rizzo's glove. Fortunately, you had the second baseman, Tommy La Stella, backing the play up.
Great job by him right there.
Phenomenal play by Tommy La Stella. That hasn't even been mentioned.
Yeah.
Cole Wong not even sprinting down there, and I was, oh God.
Oh, my goodness.
Crowd erupts, and thank you, Tommy La Stella, because Zobrist was playing way deep in right field.
Yeah.
Who knows what happened?
Yeah. Early in the season, Contreras.
And then, of course, there's the strikeout to end it.
So Contreras earlier in the season blocked one for a strikeout, lobbed it down to first, hit the base, error. So they decided to have him throw the ball hard to first base now, and Rizzo just missed it. That's not an error on him.
If you watch it again, if you see the play, Anthony, he took his eye off it, but it was just kind of a half-hearted, like, I got it.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. That's one of those, he brought that last at bat onto the field.
Watch again. Watch Anthony kind of just, I'm not saying it was lazy. It was just assumed. He just assumed I have it.
Yeah. He's caught that a million times, and he just didn't concentrate enough right there.
Yeah, you'll get probably one more look here. You'll see it from this angle. And it was just, whoa!
Yeah. That's one off of the last at bat. He struck out on a terrible pitch, brought it to the field. You just don't. You got to clean that up. You don't want to bring your at-bats to the field, especially in those situations.
Fortunately, Wade Davis picked everybody up. Time for our Gerber Collision and Glass play of the game. It's more than just one play. It's 2, because that's what Wilson Contreras delivered. 2 long balls tonight. Here he is in the second, in a 0-0 game. He just takes what they give him. It's gone.
Done. This guy has power to all the fields. That's how you hit. You let it travel, and then you explode on it, and that's just good hitting. Stayed over top of the baseball, didn't try and do too much level swing through the ball.
Good to see his head is on the ball. I mean, that was a compact swing.
Especially the first at bat after a few days off. That's a good swing right there.
And then it's a 1-0 game. Here's Contreras again. Leave it where I can hit it, and he, boom,
right down the middle, hit it out to center field. That's when you know you're locked in, and he was locked in all day today.
Yeah, 2 smoke shots. Another home run, that one to center field. Yeah. And then here's Contreras. Check these numbers out against the Cardinals this season. 5 for 12 with 3 bombs, 5 RBIs, and 4 runs scored in 3 games.
He likes hitting at Busch Stadium.
Yeah.
See.
And no, you can't have them, Cardinals.
Yeah, we'll take.
All right, time for our Elk Grove Village pitching recap. Eddie Butler is the first Cubs pitcher to throw 6 or more scoreless innings in his major league debut as a Cub since Ryan O'Malley in 2006. Of course, Butler pitched for the Rockies 14, 15, and 16. And you look at those numbers, 2 hits, nary a run, 5 Ks, 3 walks. And you look at Mike Leake, and he wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Mike Leake was good.
Yeah.
6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned. They were both the home runs by Contreras. 5 punch-outs, 3 walks, and the 2 home runs. And Eddie Butler just a little bit better.
Yeah, he was on top of his game, sinking it. And I didn't know he can throw 95, 96. He was lighting it up, and he was throwing that hard late into the game as well. So that's great to see. And now he has another start in 5 days. Now let's repeat it again. And then it's repeating it again, and this could be his spot now.
You never know. Brett Anderson might look and go, I just lost my spot.
Hey,
we'll see. It's 1 game. Now let's see what you do in your second. UPS Store taking care of business. Player of the game, we're going to give it to Eddie Butler. He picks up the victory tonight. We just gave you his numbers. He was just really, really good.
Yeah, he gave up a bunt hit and a infield hit. No hits into the outfield. He dominated with his fastball and was able to mix in his off-speed pitch when he needed to get some strikeouts. And he was striking guys out with just with that high heater. Kept it up in the zone. They were swinging under it. And it's just a quality start. It's our fourth quality start in the last 5 games.
5 out of 7. Yep. 94 pitches, 56 for strike. And you always try to be around that 65% mark or so. And he was 60%. He was going to come right in there. So he was pretty good.
Yes, he did great and got to the pen.
All right, time for a break here on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Tommy LaStella, the third guy in the game to bat second in the order, and he delivered. We'll talk about LaStella when we return.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
Available at James & Sons Fine Jewelers in Chicago, Orland Park, and Cherville.
We believe the best light beer to have with friends is the original light beer. Always brewed with more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Cricket has something epic for you. Our plans start at only $30 a month. We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Plus, switch now and get a brand new smartphone for free. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Hi, this is Dean Collins, operating partner at Gerald Nissan. Now's the time to come get that new or pre-owned Nissan from Gerald Nissan. We have the largest inventory ever, the best sales staff, and the most aggressive deals. Come see why Gerald Nissan customers have awarded us the Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year Award, and Edmunds has just given us the 5-Star Dealer Award as well. Our customers are happy, and you will be too. Gerald Nissan in Naperville and I-88 Orchard Road. Gerald Nissan's always a better deal, I guarantee it.
Hey, Cubs fans, show your team pride with Cubs Checking, an official Cubs MasterCard debit card. Available only at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs and learn more. Member FDIC. Time now for our Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, and plumbing. Who's hot and who's not? Time now to look at, let's see, Jason Worth. How about a .480 average the last 7 days with 3 bombs and 7 scored? Who's not? He may hustle, but he can't hit right now. Hunter Pence. $143 with 7 Ks and no walks. Oof. Oof, that's not good. If you believe in karma, how about this? Joe Madden brought out the lineup card tonight, and he only brings out the lineup card on opening day, the opening game of the playoffs, and the first game of the World Series. It was a fresh start for the Chicago Cubs, and they found a way to win.
Hey, sometimes you need to do these things, and Joe's the king of that mental game, mental aspect, trying to find just a way to get a different aspect for the guys to look at it differently, and it worked. It worked today, and who knows if it's because of that, but
right. And we hope Chris Bryant's feeling better. Stomach illness, and so he was scratched before the ball game.
Yeah.
And then you had John Jay come in. He gets yanked after an inning.
Yeah.
So he's yanked out with back to. First we saw him leave, and then I tweeted, "What is this, food poisoning?" And then we were told it was back spasms.
Yeah.
So no worries about food poisoning. Time for the Jim Beam winning box score, and this one belongs to the Cubs. Schwarber at the top, not a good night again. A walk, but an 0 for 4. Tommy La Stella, a double and a home run. Rizzo had a hit, and then 2 for Contreras, 1 for Javi, and that is it.
Yeah, not a lot of action there, but three big homers. We'll take that. If our pitching staff can keep us in the game like this today, get some homers mixed in here and there.
Let's talk about Tommy La Stella. 2 for 4. He ends up getting into the lineup at second base. He got a double. There's a nice rope down the right field line. I think he was thinking for a second, will that get away, go 3, but he decided pull in with the double, and then he hit the home run that turns out to be the 3rd run that you so desperately need to win 3-2.
Yeah, the game winner right there. Who would have thought in the top 7? It was looking smooth, 3-0 lead. But whenever you can get add-on runs, those are so important.
So what this shows is, David, the Cubs have depth. Jed Hoyer has talked about when you try to put a super team together, it never works out like you think.
Yeah.
But when you have unheralded moves, a Tommy La Stella, a John Jay, whatever the case may be, Jamer Candelario coming up from the minors, it gives you depth to withstand little injuries.
Yeah, because throughout a season, you're going to have injuries. So being able to plug those injuries up with guys that can play the game, and you're not going to lose that much. These guys have come up so far, done a great job, and it's great to see them filling in and producing as well.
Absolutely right. So the Cubs get it done. They win 3-2. Wilson Contreras hits 2 homers, but with a big play behind the plate. We'll check it out. You got to see it when we come back. Cubs postgame live presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Chevy is the most awarded car company 3 years in a row.
Really?
Let's see how quickly you can read through all their awards.
2017 Motor Trend Car of the Year.
Kelley Blue Book 2016 Best Resale Value.
U.S. News Best Car for the Money.
10 best blah, blah, blah. Only about 90 more to go.
2017 IIHS Top Safety.
2017 North American Car of the Year.
That's a lot of awards.
Get 20% below MSRP on all Malibu LT models. That's $5,200 on this Chevy Malibu. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Slow internet? It's all those Wi-Fi devices devouring your signal. You need Wi-Fi that brings them all to life. Xfinity delivers the best in-home Wi-Fi experience with the speed you need to keep your family dreaming, streaming, and defending the universe. Bring your devices to life with Xfinity Internet from Comcast. Get Internet Plus with Blast for only $59.99 a month for a year with up to 75 megabits per second download speed. Go online, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
So I'm never gonna let you go. I'll hold you forever. Oh, baby, I'm gonna let you know we belong together. We belong together.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. That's why State Farm protects them together, to help life go right. Combine and save. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Test drive the new Mini Countryman sports activity vehicle today at your local Mini dealer.
ball drilled. Deep to center. He's done it again. Contreras has homered twice.
Well, there's your line score, 3, 6, and 1. Squeaks by over 2, 4, and 1. Cubs 18 and 17. Cardinals fall to 19 and 15. Eddie Butler gets the winnings 1-0. Mike Leake takes the loss. He's 4-2. To save his 8th and 8 attempts for Wade Davis. 8 out of 8 chances. Contreras 2 for 4 with 2 home runs. And Tommy La Stella a double and a home run. Welcome back. I'm David Kaplan. He's David DeJesus. It's time now for our James and Sons Fine Jewelry Fielding Gem. Wilson Contreras got the Cubs out of a big jam in the 7th. Watch this. From his knees. Oh. See you later. Thanks for coming, Dexter Fowler.
Wow, what a big play. Look at that enthusiasm he brings.
I love it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It just gets you, especially as a fan. It gets you. It pumps you up, and I know it pumped the team up too, man. That was a huge play.
That is a huge play, but I love that emotion. Guys just feed off it, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Your catcher is showing that. The guy that's squatting all day long, he has that energy. You standing in the outfield, me as an outfielder, I'm like, I got to bring it.
Okay, so Joe Girardi said after the 18-inning game, he said, I have never seen a catcher play all 18 innings in cold conditions like they had at Wrigley, and to see the emotion and enthusiasm he played with in the 17th and 18th inning, he said, exceptionally impressive. Have you played with guys who are like, he's bouncing off the wall all the time?
No, I've never played with anyone with that much energy, especially the catcher who's squatting in the heat, in the cold, and never complains.
Never.
But brings it, loves, and has a passion for the game. He has a passion like no one other right now, and it's great to see for this game as well.
Yeah, they've got to feed off it. All right, one more quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll show you Tommy La Stella's home run and a little bit more before we get out of here. Cubs win over the Cardinals. Be right back.
It's true. They're here. Touched by something that will grow and bloom in you.
We, the entertainment-loving people, want all our rooms to be TV rooms. Because those are the best rooms. Because they have TVs in them. And when we're not in those rooms, we want our shows to go with us.
Anywhere?
You got that right, Kid Show Thing.
Get a DirecTV all-included package for 4 rooms, only $25 a month. Price guaranteed for 2 years. Available for AT&T Unlimited Plus customers. Nine out of 10 of our drivers recommend their cars. Now their words are part of our very fabric. The 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander and Outlander Sport. Come in now and get $3,000 cash back or 0% APR plus $500 cash back.
Maytag knows it can be easy to forget you've got wet clothes sitting in the washer. That's why Maytag has the Fresh Hold option. It keeps clothes tumbly fresh in the washer for up to 12 hours. So the loads you forget will be ready when you remember. Uh-oh.
May is Maytag month. Shop now and get great deals on Maytag appliances at Menards.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent. But that doesn't mean they lay idle. In fact, inside each and every Jim Beam barrel, the bourbon is aging, building a fuller, smoother flavor that only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
for each week's NASCAR race. Enter the Chicagoland Speedway sweepstakes at csnchicago.com/speedway and tell us who you think will win that weekend's race. Then be sure to tune in every Tuesday to CSN as the president of Chicagoland Speedway, Scott Paddock, joins Sports Talk Live. If he randomly selects your entry, you'll win tickets to the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Tale of the Turtles 400 on September 17th in Joliet. Plus, you'll be entered to win the grand prize, a trip for two to the 2017 NASCAR Awards ceremony in Las Vegas.
LaStella way up in the air and deep. In that corner. Gone! A home run. Tommy LaStella with a double and a homer tonight off the bench.
Well, after Chris Bryant was scratched with an illness and John Jay left with back spasms, Tommy LaStella steps into the 2-0, goes 2 for 4, a double and a homer, which ended up becoming the final run of the game, and the Cubs needed it. Cubs take game 1 of the series in St. Louis, 3-2. Your final Butler 1-0 over Leak 4-2. Save 8 and 8 chances for Wade Davis. All right, let's look back at David's Keys, sponsored by our friends at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois and our guy John Ory. And we look at it and we talked about, can the Butler serve up a win? Well, the Butler certainly served up a win. 6 innings, 5 Ks, no runs, and 2 hits.
I mean, that's for a debut, that's as good as you can get. Got to 6 innings, got right to the bullpen, attacked with his fastball, was able to get above the bats with strikes, man. He was stellar today.
Yeah, we topped out at 97 and sat comfortably at 95.
Man.
So very good. And then enough is enough, and it was, do we get enough rest? And we got this going and that. They just said all that nonsense in the past. It's new opening day. Joe brought out the lineup card, and the Cubs win.
Hey, 3 homers. Now let's take this momentum from this game and take it to tomorrow.
All right. Should be an interesting pitching matchup for tomorrow's game. You've got John Lester, who was magnificent in his last start on, Sunday night. And the Cubs didn't win the game. It went 18 innings, but he was great. And Carlos Martinez, who's really, really tough, and that's an opening day rematch, so we will see.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one to watch. 2 aces staffs. Lester coming off a great game. If he can get more efficient with his pitches, get deeper into the game, go right to Wade, that would be perfect. But it's going to be fun to watch.
All right, you have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you Tuesday. All right, Cubs win. Luke and Layla in the Loop is coming up next. Thanks for watching Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. They're next, and a couple of Utes might be on the show as well.
I don't know that we're really quite ready after one practice to define his career, but obviously I think, we put a lot of work into the evaluation and again saw a lot of the reasons why we decided to pick him where we did today.
Bears coaches and the media getting their first look at Mitch Trubisky during rookie minicamp.
Layla and Luke here, and welcome to In the Loop Prime, presented by GMC. It is time to go no huddle. As Celtics arrived in the nation's capital dressed in all black, preparing for the Wizards' funeral, but John Wall had other ideas, sending the series to a decisive Game 7.
Kevin White, who's lost most of his first 2 seasons in the league with injury, can now add another thing to his list. The Bears wide receiver had his Maserati stolen during a bump and run incident on the city's west side. Let's get to the baseball. Joe Madden only takes out the lineup card a couple of times a year, but had a lot of adjustments to make in this one. Chris Bryant, a late scratch because of illness. He's going to miss tomorrow's game 2, while John Jay left the game in the bottom of the 2nd with back spasms. To the game itself, Wilson Contreras, who hit a home run on opening night, hits one to right and gone opposite field, 1-0 Cubs. Eddie Butler, his first Cubs start coming today. In the 3rd, Dexter Fowler at 2nd. Butler gets Tommy Pham to strike out swinging. Next batter, Matt Carpenter. And 6 strong innings in the 4th. Contreras again sends Mike Leake's pitch deep to center and out. Cubs with a 2-0 lead. Top of the 7th, Tommy LaStella replaced John Jay at the plate, and that's a towering shot to the right field corner. Randall Grichuk thinks he has it, but it's just over the fence. Cubs go up 3-0. Now in the 7th, 3-1 Cubs. Runners at first and second. Tommy Pham at the plate. Contreras fires a rocket down to first. They got Fowler sleeping. Dexter picked off by Wilson, and he is fired up. Now in the 9th, Wade Davis in with 2 outs and a runner on second. Colton Wong strikes out. Ball dropped. Rizzo can't catch the fiery throw from Wilson, so now we got a runner in scoring position, and it's just a 1-run game. Cardinals' last chance came down to Matt Adams, but Davis gets him to strike out to end the game. Cubs beat the Cardinals right here on CSN. The final 3-2 out at Busch Stadium.
Jarvis fires away. That's a fly ball deep to left. Back. That's it. That's it. Hey, he did it. Ernie Banks got number 500.
I love everything about that piece of video. May 12th, 1970. Ernie Banks hit his 500th career home run. It was in the 2nd inning of a game against the Braves at Wrigley Field. And at the time, Ernie was just the 9th player in baseball history to homer 500 times.
All right, White Sox at home hosting the Padres. Southsiders trying to snap a 5-game losing streak tonight, and maybe the 13-23 Padres would help with that.
You know, it's not very often you hear the word Padres when discussing the White Sox. The last time these two teams met was in 2014, but they brought a guy with them who's pretty familiar with Chicago. We like to say they got a guy. Matt Caesar, first time back in Chicago after being traded. He's leading off. Takes the first pitch from Miguel Gonzalez deep to left. Take that, Chicago. 1-0 Caesar. Top of the 3rd, Austin Hedges with 2 on. Rips one down the line. Corey Spangenberg scores easily. Yangervis Solarte is waved around 3rd. He beats the tag. It is 3-0 Padres. Bottom of the 3rd, the Sox get 2 back. Leury Garcia with Willie Garcia on first. You know what happens when Garcias get together on the White Sox? Good things. That's a 2-run shot. The Sox trail by 1. Top of the 5th, Hedges. This time he's leaving the park. That's a solo jack to left. His 8th of the season, and it is 4-2. Friars. Bottom of the 7th, Leury again, deep to right. I see a pattern. His 2nd home run of the game, and the Sox trail by 2. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th. Matt Davidson. It's not a home run. Pops one up right side, Solarte near the seats, and what about this catch? Y'all talking about Jeter with Kyle Schwarber earlier this week? I mean, that's got to be in the conversation if we're talking about great catches at least of the week. Solarte actually catches the fan's hat, which had the ball in there. How does that even happen? That's amazing. The White Sox fall to the Padres 6-3. They drop their 6th straight game.
How about the Twins and Indians? Top of the 1st, Miguel Sano with the dish and deep to right, opposite field shot. His 10th, and the Twins lead 1-0. Bottom 3, same guy doing it with the glove. Sano picks it at 3rd and throws out the former Cubs prospect, Brandon Guyer. 1 run was all Irvin Santana would need, the 34-year-old tossing 7 shutout innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. Santana improves to 6-1 on the season as the Twins blank the Indians 1-0.
Matt Harvey, fresh off of apologizing and serving his 3-game suspension, taking on the Brewers in Milwaukee. No Victoria's Secret models there that we know of. There is nothing fresh about this. Bottom of the 3rd, Hernan Perez showing off the Oppo power. His home run gives Milwaukee a 2-0 lead. In the 6th, Harvey serves up a meatball. Eric Sogard sends it out of the park. A 2-run bomb, Milwaukee up 4-2. And to put a sour cap on Harvey's outing, Orlando Arcia goes back-to-back with Sogard. I guess the late night can take solace in not giving up a home run to Eric Thames. However, he does give up 5 runs in 5 innings. The Mets fall to the Brewers 7-4.
Lima time. All right. Where were you on May 12th, 2017? Remember, in 10 years, this is the day it all started. Day 1 of the Tribby era up at Hallis Hall.
I'm setting my timer. To further document this day in history, we turn to our trusted CSN reporter and archivist, Chris Bowden.
Day one for this franchise's quarterback of the future didn't provide many surprises. The first snap under center in 7-on-7 drills was fumbled, but Mitch Trubisky did show accuracy in tossing to new teammates in this new system as he throws himself into the playbook. Now it's up to this coaching staff to shape him into their vision, especially with the challenge coming after this weekend when Mike Glennon joins him on the field.
It was good. Came out here, had a lot of fun. It's good to be back here and get to work. Just getting with the new centers, getting that rhythm, getting that timing and chemistry. And yeah, it's all about just getting better every day and working out under center.
I don't know that we're really quite ready after one practice to define his career, but obviously I think, we put a lot of work into the evaluation and again saw a lot of the reasons why we decided to pick him where we did today. He's very accurate, very smart. He's got good football character as far as transferring things from the meeting room to the field, and I think we saw that today.
Our biggest challenge will definitely be the reps, and that's going to be something that this organization is embracing. Obviously the two bosses are communicate very well with each other, and then obviously I'm a part of that. Dave Ragone's a big part of that, and everyone that touches the schedule is a part of that. So we've got to be really good at assessing where each guy's at, and I think that's the biggest key for us is knowing exactly where each guy's at and figuring out and being flexible with the reps.
Covering the Bears, Chris Bowden, CSN.
Thanks, Chris. Speaking of reps, it's Fat Arm Friday. Bears lineman Eric Kush working hard, posting this pic with his teammates Charles Leno and Cody Whitehair.
Why are you hating?
Fat Arm Friday. Step aside, Jim 10 Laundry.
Oh, that's good. Still to come, Mark Shanowski tells us which players you should keep an eye on at the NBA Combine. That's a hint. And is Ronnie Woo-Woo's relationship with the Cubs beyond repair? We will let the court of public opinion decide. Plus, what do Jimmy Buffett, Steve McMichael, Lil Wayne, and Charles Oakley all have in common?
Oh, boy.
No, it's not what you're thinking, I promise. It's the list when In the Loop Prime returns.
In the Loop on CSN is presented to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
From the moment you see it, it commands your respect. You can feel its immense power. The only way to master it is to venture inside. Go ahead, dive in. The GMC Sierra, offering the most V8 horsepower in its class. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC and pay no interest for 72 months on this 2017 GMC Sierra Double Cab. GMC, we are professional grade.
Are you afraid of getting out of debt? Are you stressed out but afraid to do anything? Filing bankruptcy is like going to the dentist. Most people wait and stress out, but feel better once they go. I am attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Bankruptcy, just like the dentist, can be painless. You won't know how good you'll feel being debt-free until you call.
When you need to be debt-free, call 1-800-CALL-PFG. That's 1-800-CALL-PFG.
Being a fan is hard. We make it easier at SportsGrade.com with officially licensed MLB gear and VIP golden ticket experiences delivered right to your door. Join the club at SportsGrade.com today.
The best seat in the house is on your back patio. From outdoor furniture to entertaining, shop Crate & Barrel, the official home furnishings partner of the Chicago Cubs. Visit your nearest Crate & Barrel store or shop online at CrateandBarrel.com.
Okay. And with your BMO Harris checking account, you don't have to pay any monthly maintenance fees.
Why?
Well, we try to understand our customers' needs. So we included no minimum balance and access to 40,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide.
Why?
Because we care about our customers.
Why?
Because,
What? These are important questions.
Why?
Introducing a checking account with no monthly maintenance fees. That's the BMO effect. BMO Harris Bank. We're here to help.
Honda knows making smart choices can give us better peace of mind. But smart can also be exciting. And with Sport Mode in the Accord, now you can have both. The action-packed Accord, a car and driver's 10 best, a record 31 times. Nothing compares to a Honda.
Tales from from the Combine in a nutshell. Hamidou Diallo didn't play a single second at Kentucky last year, not even a second. But the freshman is still trying to get drafted in the NBA. Well, that could help. Yesterday, Diallo had a 44.5 vertical, second best in the history of the Combine. He is expected to go 37th. But is he on Mark Shanowski's top 5 players the Bulls could take in the first round?
Now the Bulls are holding the 16th and 38th overall picks, but there's always a chance they might try to move up into the top 10. If they stay at 16, they'll be looking for athletes and shooters, getting younger and more athletic. Indiana's OG Anunoby, he could be the pick. He probably would have been a lottery selection if he hadn't hurt his knee. He could be a great value for the Bulls and give them a second shutdown perimeter defender to go along with Jimmy Butler, maybe give JB a little bit of rest. 6'7" shooting guard Terrence Ferguson, he's right now toiling in Australia. He grew up in Tulsa, but decided to play overseas rather than go to college for 1 year. He's a very raw prospect, but his physical tools, well, they're off the charts. If the Bulls decide to go big, well, Creighton 7-footer Justin Patton could be the choice. He's a high percentage shooter, excellent finisher at the rim, and check out his response when I asked him about trying to expand his range to the three-point line.
Well, if they're looking for a stretch five, they come to me, they find the right person. My skills translate perfectly. I can put the ball on the floor, I can shoot the ball from wood range, and I'm mid-range. I'm a willing passer too, and a great passer, and I have a high IQ. So it all goes into having a stretch four or a stretch five or whatever.
Got to appreciate that. The guy's definitely not lacking for confidence. A couple of power forwards might interest the Bulls as well, especially if they decide not to re-sign restricted free agent Nico Mirotic. How about John Collins? He's a bouncy 6'10" athlete from Wake Forest. He attacks the glass on both ends and plays with a very high motor. Another guy who might interest the Bulls is Ivan Rabb. This is a guy that was projected to be a lottery pick last season, but he fell a bit in some scouts' eyes after a so-so sophomore year. The 6'10" lefty is a Chris Bosh clone physically. Problem is, he doesn't shoot it like Bosh. That's probably why he'll be available for the Bulls at 16. Bulls will have to get lucky to find a real difference maker when they're drafting in round 1.
Mark, thanks. Before tonight's game, how about Kelly Oubre with a little extra pep in his step? Check out the moves, man. Even Campaign could be jealous of that. And Campaign is actually not in the playoffs, so he could be jealous of a couple things. Anyway, about that game, Celtics looking to close out the series in D.C., and they arrived at the arena dressed in black. It's a clapback to when Washington wore all black before the game on January 24th. This one tight all the way down to the wire. Game tied at 89. Al Horford somehow gets it over John Wall's hand, kisses it off glass. Celtics go up 2. After a quick timeout, the Wizards respond. Wall with a hand in his face, no problem. A massive three-point bucket, giving the Wizards a 1-point lead. One last chance for Boston to take the game and the series. Isaiah Thomas. Clangs off the rim. Washington gets the huge 92-91 win at home to avoid elimination. They were fired up.
I ain't going home. Don't come to my city wearing all black, talking about it's a funeral. We worked too hard for this. And all we asked for is a game 7, 50-50. And that's all we asked for. We grew up for these unbelievable fans. Man, without these guys, we wouldn't have won this game.
After the Rockets' embarrassing loss last night, James Harden washed away his disappointment by reportedly heading straight to the strip club to party with Kylie Jenner and rapper Travis Scott. On the court, he scored just 10 points, but in the club, he was making it rain. It's the Kardashian curse. It all makes sense now.
He dated Khloe, too, you know.
I did not know that.
Yeah, time for more Alexis must-see video. Experience amazing. The caption on that was just gold. So the Rockets may have laid an egg last night against the Spurs, but their in-game presentation was anything but. This is the kiss cam until he gets friend-zoned when she hesitates.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah, that's worth another look. He's like, hey, maybe. And she's like, wait for it,
No,
wait for
no.
it, wait for it. No, friend zone.
Front page of the Sun-Times today. Woo! Cubs superfan Ronnie Woo Woo claims he was asked to leave Wrigley on April 19th because he couldn't produce a ticket stub when guest services approached him. Woo Woo says he's taken it all the way to the Supreme Court. Cubs won this non-story with a tweet today on their official Twitter account, I should say. The Cubs tweeted to the Sun-Times, anyone else you want us to let in without a ticket? Speaking of woo-woo and the Supreme Court, I'd imagine it would be more like kangaroo court.
Case number 1908, the Chicago Cubs versus Ronnie Woo-Woo Wickers. The court is now in session. I'm the Honorable Layla Rahimi presiding.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm David Kaplan on behalf of the Chicago Cubs.
I'm Luke Stuckmeyer, Esquire. My client, Mr. Woo, is too embarrassed and distraught over the recent events to appear in front of the court today.
Very well, Counselor. Go ahead with your opening remarks.
Your Honor, this case boils down to one thing and one thing only. Mr. Wickers was ejected from Wrigley Field for not having a ticket to the game.
Objection, Your Majesty. Speculation.
Speculation? That is ridiculous, counsel. Mr. Wickers couldn't produce a ticket, and that is an undisputed fact. There is no speculating on that.
Overruled, Mr. Stuckmeyer. You cannot object to an opening statement. Mr. Kaplan, you may continue with your first witness.
Prosecution would like to call Zach Perry to the stand. Mr. Perry, I have one question for you. On April 19th, when you were working as a security guard at Wrigley Field and you asked Mr. Wickers to produce a ticket, what happened?
He didn't have one.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Stuckmeyer, your witness.
Thank you, Your Highness. Mr. Perry, what was Mr. Woo wearing on the night in question?
He was dressed in full Cubs uniform.
Isn't it true that the players were wearing the same exact uniform? How can you be so sure it was him?
Because he was yelling, "Cubs, woo! Cubs, woo!" And the back of his uniform said woo-woo.
No further questions, Your Excellency.
Seeing as how Mr. Stuckmeyer has no witnesses to call, we will move along to the closing arguments. Mr. Kaplan, you are first.
The truth is, Mr. Wickers is a grown man parading around in a full Cubs uniform. Surely, if he can afford a uniform, he can afford a ticket just like the rest of the 38,000 fans in attendance.
Mr. Stuckmeyer, your closing thoughts before I make my decision.
Thank you, Your Holiness. Mr. Woo is a diehard fan who hitchhiked all the way to Cleveland last year to support his team in Game 7 on free tickets given to him by other fans. Ticket stub or not, Mr. Woo is a time-honored tradition and should be treated as so. We rest our case. Woo!
Woo.
Thank you for both of your ridiculous arguments. I've come to a decision. No one is questioning Mr. Wickers' loyalty. He is the closest thing to a living and breathing Wrigleyville statue. And even though Mr. Wickers wears his heart on his full Cubs uniform day in and day out, he is still subjected to the same rules as everyone else. I rule in favor of the Cubs. He must have a ticket to attend the game.
And that leads us to tonight's list, famous fan ejections.
Who can forget this bizarre scene at the Garden from earlier this year? Charles Oakley was thrown out after shoving a security guard. The incident turned into a he said between Oak and Knicks owner James Dolan. Oakley said Dolan had him removed. He was arrested and charged with 3 counts of assault. His next court date regarding this is May 30th.
I'll have some speaks with that home plate umpire after the game.
Back in 2001, after a controversial call at the plate in the top of the 7th, former Bear Steve McMichael let home plate umpire Angel Hernandez have it. That was during the 7th inning stretch. Hernandez none too pleased, and he ejected Mongo from the ballpark.
In 2013, Lil Wayne tweeted that he was kicked out of the Heat-Lakers game for cheering his Lakers on in Miami. This was not Weezy's first run-in with arena security. Apparently, the year before, he was denied entry to a Thunder game because he didn't have a ticket. He's Lil Wayne, let him in. That all sounds very familiar, by the way. Woo!
Also back in Miami, 2001, Jimmy Buffett wasn't wasting away in Margaritaville. Instead, he was getting booted out of American Airlines Arena for cursing at a referee. The ref didn't have any idea who Buffett was and seemed offended when Heat coach Pat Riley asked him if he'd ever been a parrot head.
It is safe to say that Alex Ovechkin isn't the only Russian in Washington with a lot on his mind these days, but Penguins fans aren't making anything easier. A world-class troll job is coming up. And we'll look at some lowlights from the pitch. Soccer fails coming your way after this brief timeout.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Just press clean and let Roomba from iRobot help with your everyday messes. Roomba navigates your entire home, cleaning up pet hair and debris for up to 2 hours, which means your floors are always clean. You and Roomba from iRobot, better together.
Where's Frank? It's league night.
Save money on motorcycle insurance with Geico going up the country, ball without me. Frank.
I'm going to get nachos. Snack bar's closed.
Geico Motorcycle. Great rates for great rides.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate a remarkable car polish. New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. Simply wipe it on and just wipe it off. It's that easy. And look, New Finish restored a deep, hard shine even to this weather-beaten car. We polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. Even after heavy-duty detergents and powerful scrubbing, the water still beads. So get New Finish.
Available at Pep Boys, Target, Ace, O'Reilly Auto, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
A naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine. A 10-speed direct shift transmission. A meticulously crafted interior. All of these are feats of engineering. Combining them with near-perfect weight distribution is a feat of amazing. Experience the first ever 471 horsepower Lexus LC500 or the multi-stage hybrid LC500H. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Sunday on CSN, celebrate Mom with baseball. The Sox wrap up their homestand as they face Will Myers and the Padres. Coverage begins at 12:30 with White Sox pregame live, presented by the Koalas family of dealerships, or stream live on the NBC Sports app.
Having Theo and Jed over here, I think, has really helped bring me and attract me to the Cubs, even more so than what Chicago had to offer.
Inside Look, John Lester, presented by Cadillac, premieres Monday night at 7 on CSN.
Time to make fun of some soccer players, and some guys just have to show off. This clown just put his team down 2 goals by sending an unnecessary bicycle kick.
Oh, that's terrible.
Into his own goal. Goalie never had a chance at it. What a dope.
So this from South Africa on Wednesday, Mamelodi and Baroka FC. And watch this. Oscarine Masoluke scores a goal, but it's largely because the goalie whipped so bad he fell down. This game ended in a 2-2 tie. Meanwhile, in Canada, this is awesome. Jacob Keegan for FC Edmonton just making the keeper for Ottawa look silly. Did you see that? Oh, man.
That's the most soccer we've ever had on a show.
Well, you know,
right there.
Whoa. I just took your pass that you didn't actually throw and goal.
3 soccer highlights. All right, Lexus must-see video. Experience amazing. This is the tennis shot of the week. Watch 31-year-old Pablo Cuevas, far court. The Uruguayan chases down a lob and whoop. That is a no-look cross-court winner.
Is that possible?
Check it out one more time. He doesn't go between the legs. Some guys, you know, between the legs, flip it backwards. He just gets to the net there, goes back, and not even looking at it.
Just
winner.
Whatever. Dang.
How you like me now?
So this is just cold, hard trolling from the famous Pramati brothers in Pittsburgh. This is a white Russian with no cup.
Wow.
Called the Ovechkin. That is awful. That's really mean.
That's a good place, too.
I mean, look at that. No. That's brutal. The LA Kings took the Bow Wow Challenge to a different level today. They tweeted out this photo of Anze Kopitar saying, headed to the Western Conference Finals like, and he's on the golf course.
Wow.
Oh, that's good.
So happy Mother's
Why we
Day.
love sports.
And, you know, we couldn't do a lot, but you're local, and we were able to get out and say happy Mother's Day to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
That was Eastern Carolina head football coach Scotty Montgomery surprising Tia Chapman, the mother of walk-on defensive end Keontae Anderson, with a full scholarship for his senior year. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, I love how that was done. That is amazing. That's so great.
That's another reason why we love sports.
It is. It really is. I just cannot get over that. Please, nobody order the Ovechkin tonight. It doesn't seem very sanitary or drinkable.
Thanks for watching In the Loop Prime, presented by GMC.
Woo!
From the moment you see it, it commands your respect. You can feel its immense power. The only way to master it is to venture inside. Go ahead, dive in. The GMC Sierra, offering the most V8 horsepower in its class. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC and pay no interest for 72 months on this 2017 GMC Sierra Double Cab. GMC, we are professional grade.
Food, water, internet. We need it to live. But what we don't need are surprises, like extra monthly fees. I see you fee played by legendary actress Angelica Houston.
You got me, Mark.
We just want fast internet for one simple rate. For all the streaming and the shopping and the newsing, but most of all, for this.
Internet for one everyday simple price and no extra monthly fees.
A place where lazy days come with a splash of sunshine. Where dinner plans always include your best friend. And the little moments that make all the difference are shared in your own backyard. That's the beauty of Bellegarde. Bellegarde hardscapes make outside your kind of beautiful.
At the Epilepsy 5K, we walk for everyone affected by epilepsy. We come together to educate and spread the word, to express our feelings and encourage each other, to energize our morning and enjoy the outdoors with family and friends. Together, we empower those affected by epilepsy so that they may have a better life today and a future where we eliminate epilepsy altogether. Join the fight against epilepsy. Register now at epilepsychicago.org.
When you paint with Frog Tape, something magical happens, because Frog Tape is the only painting tape with patented paint block technology to give you the cleanest, sharpest lines possible. The patented paint block reacts with water and latex paint to form a micro barrier against paint bleed. Frog Tape Delicate even works on freshly painted surfaces, giving you maximum creative flexibility for professional results when you paint. There's only one name to know. Frog Tape keeps paint out, keeps lines sharp.
We now join the following program already in progress.